praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Shai Ba'Shem, Wakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, Why Can't the IUIC and the ISUPK Get This? So this is a video that's put up by Tommy Bites Homestead, which I subscribed to her. As you can see, I've been subscribing to her for years. And this is the video that she did 17 hours ago. She's some popular channel. Got 670 thumbs up, almost 5,000 views. I'm going to read the comments too. I haven't read the comments. I haven't even watched the whole video. I mean, I'm going to play part of the video and I'll watch the rest of the video later. Anyway, this is going to be fair use under the 1976 Fair Use Act. I'm not making any money on this. I'm just merely commenting on this material here. I'm adding to so you can understand. Okay, so I slowed it down, and so here it is. The title is "This is Wrong, but Food with Your Hand." This is wrong. Buy food with your hand. Biometrics, which means bio meaning life and metric measure. If for example, if you get a device put in you, a pacemaker, that's considered biometrics. The actual mark of the beast, which is a microchip, that's biometrics. Bio, you are the bio, you are the living being, and the metrics is the measure. It says in grocery stores, do not be deceived. Bible. So based on what I see, she believes that the matter of fact is right here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you this. Where are we? Okay, let me just show you this, and then I'm gonna go to the beginning. So this is 3 minutes and 50 seconds in, and I put the comment right here. We're that close. I didn't get up saying, oh, I'm gonna do another microchip video, but now I have to because of this video. This popped up right on my feed. So this is me, of course, at 3:50. That's not the mark. This is nothing but a precursor to the MOTB, Mark of the Beast, Revelation 13, 16, and 17. I put in 17 verse because it says no man shall buy or sell. Bishop Nate used to say, back in 2014, whatever, he said read Revelation 13, 16, and he said it's talking about countries and companies, big nations and small nations, rich nations and poor nations, but it has nothing to do with a man. And the mark of the beast is a GPS device. It's to find things. It has nothing to do with buying or selling. Then he made a little joke. A sister asked me, my dog got a microchip in it, and he says, well, maybe he can go buy some lamb for you. It made it as a joke because he said you cannot buy with an RFID device. Go to Google, ask the question, can you buy with an RFID device? So everything this guy says, we prove him wrong. Let's go prove him wrong. And you can still find that video. We did videos on him actually making that statement. This is what happens when you don't have anybody to check you. If I said something that's outrageous and going off on the script, if I made a statement like, oh, Edomites can make it, do you know how fast I get checked by all the elders in GMS? Do you know how fast I get checked? There'll be a whole every camp will come up against me. See, that's the difference between us and them. They say, well, whatever this guy says, he's the vicar of the Messiah. He's the black vicar of the Messiah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask this. Can you pay for things with a RFID? Let's see what comes up. Maybe they're going to lie to me. Yes, YES. Look that word up. Affirmative. You can pay for things using RFID radio frequency identification technology, commonly known as tap to pay, which I have. I think all three of my cards is tap to pay. You know, you can swipe it, or you can put it under the. You can swipe the old credit card. You swiped it, or you can put it up under the device. But if it's, you know, if it has that symbol on it for tap to pay, you can just wave it or tap it and it pays for it, you know. It says, so there you go. That proves that Bishop Nate was wrong. You can buy some lamb for you can buy some lamb with the RFID. Brothers are gonna be keeping the Passover with the RFID, with the chip in them. And contactless payments, RFID enabled credit cards, debit cards, smartphones, because now people, they take their credit cards and they put it into, they'll get an app on their phone. I can do that if I want. I can take any. I got 3 credit cards. I got a bank card, which acts as a debit and credit. I have a prepaid card, which I haven't used that shit over a year. You know, you use it, and then when the money goes down, you recharge it. Then I have a regular credit card where I can rent. Like if I want to rent a car, you need a credit card, right? Up here in New York, I don't know how the other states do it, but all 3 cards are, you know, RFID or NFC. See, we know the inside out of this Revelation 13:16. Other camps don't know it. If we was to confront a Captain Zazariak, I would ask him a series of questions about that scripture, Revelation 13:16. First of all, I would ask him, what does the word mark mean? I don't know if he studies it, but I doubt if he knows it. He might wing it. I don't know. If I run into him, I'll ask him. Now, the answer should be the mark is from the Greek word charagma. Is the charagma a physical thing? If he says it's physical or spiritual, if it's he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand the meaning of the word charagma. If I would ask him, what's the root word to the word charagma? He's not going to say charax. And where else is the charax mentioned in the scriptures outside of the book of Revelation? Where is charagma mentioned outside the book of Revelation? It's mentioned in the book of Acts, and charax is mentioned in the book of Luke 19. And then the root to that is grapho, which is information. Grapho is when you take the chisel at a tombstone and you chisel in somebody's name. That's grapho. You're basically writing with the chisel. And then, of course, let me do this. And I'm going to keep this up here. If I lose it, I'll bring it back up. I asked the question maybe 2 months ago. And then I'm going to show you the video. So the fact that she's talking about it, but she doesn't fully understand it. It says, does the Internet of Everything, which is an IOE, include I put it Michael. Mike was micro chipping in the hand. Let's do this. Yes, microchipping in the hand is generally considered a part of the Internet of Everything. Now we're in the Internet of Things, the IoT, and specifically falls under the concept of the Internet of Bodies. That's when you get the chip. That's when you become a part of that network. 15-minute cities and all. Here is how it fits into the broader technological landscape. Definition: the Internet of Everything is a concept coined by Cisco, or Cisco Systems, I guess that is. Let me just check this. There's a company called Cisco Systems. I don't know if it's the same company. Doesn't come up. I'm not going to click on it. That refers to the intelligent network connection of 4 pillars. Listen good. Read good. 4 pillars. People, process, data, and things. Let's open this up more, furthermore. The human element, because IOE, Internet of Everything, goes beyond just connecting machines, IoT, and includes people, the chip, as nodes in the network, implanted microchips, implanted in who? In people, particularly the hand or the forehead, often used for storing ID, keys, and payment information. Like I said, there's people that take their credit cards, they'll get an app on their smartphone, and they can put the credit card in a drawer somewhere. So you can pull out that credit card and use the app on your phone. When I deal with my bank, last week, remember last week? Inside joke. Last week, I couldn't cash my check on a Sunday, or cash a check on Sunday, and I tried on Monday, and the same thing. We cannot accept deposits, but you can withdraw money. I didn't want to withdraw money, so I went to another branch, which is about maybe 20 minutes away. I said, this definitely. It said the same thing. So I said it's something based on the system. It has nothing to do with the machine being down. So Monday I did the same thing, same results Sunday and Monday. And then I went ahead and I used the technology. I put a video up saying, how do you cash your check with your smartphone? And it started, and it said go to deposit. I went to deposit. I didn't have to watch the rest of the video. I just followed the instructions. I hit deposit, and it led me to a bunch of things. I took the picture, signed the check. You got to take a picture of the front of the check and the back of the check. And then you got to put on the back of the check where you endorse it. You got to say, this is for mobile depositing only. And then what they'll do is they'll tell you, they'll say successful. You did the front of the check and the back of the check. That's successful. It went in, but just hold on to the check, the paper check, for 5 days. Check your account. If there's something funny about your account, then hold on to the check. But if everything's good, so when I put the money in, it registered as $1,000 went in, or $500 went in, or $200 went in. It registers because they ask you write down the amount of money, 2,500, 500, whatever. So it went in, and then I checked my balance, and it added that extra money on the thing. So all I got to do is check it in 5 days. If nothing haven't changed, then I'm good. I can tear the check up. I don't got to call them to confirm it. But so that's that technology, right? It said often used for storing ID. It's talking about the body now. It mentions human. Let me go back. The human element for storing ID, keys, and payment information. You could depending on the type of car you got. If it's retrofitted for you to use, you can open up a car. You can start your car. You can't start the car unless you're in there. So I don't know how anybody else is going to start the car unless you give them a code or something. You got that what do you call that? Not a kiosk. You got that what is key fob? You can put the information, the key fob, in your hand, and they're doing that in Sweden. Implanted microchips, often Revelation 13-16, often used for storing ID, keys, and payment information, make humans part of this interconnected system. So that's the fulfillment of the mark of the beast. Now, why can't, you might ask yourself, why can't these guys get it? It's not hard. It's not difficult. Either one or two reasons. They sold out and they know exactly what's going on, but they're set up to deceive the people, or they just don't know, and that proves that the Most High, either way, the Most High is not dealing with them. So anyway, let's do this. You know what, let me do this here. We need to, okay, so it says here, so I put my thing in at 3 minutes 50 seconds in. That's not the mark. This is nothing but a precursor to the MOTB, Mark of the Beast, Revelation 13, 16, and 17. Because they understand it, but they don't fully understand it. We're experts at this. Like I said, we can go into the word. What does it mean? Does the word mark in Revelation 13, 16, the same mark in Romans 16, verses 17 and 17? Now, at one time, General Yohanan said, "Yeah, it means the same thing. What about this mark?" Because he doesn't study. He doesn't go deep. You know, and he used to go deep. You know, he knew the scriptures. You know, he still knows the scriptures, but he would know it. He would definitely know it, man. They said we need to stand together and refuse. No, you gotta. It's going to be an individual thing. It's going to be an individual thing. We are in the last days, brothers and sisters. Now, you are Edomite, you ain't a brother or a sister. Be strong in Jesus Christ's blessing. I will not be taking it under any circumstance. Resist to the bitter and brothers and sisters. Okay? So they're thinking to get that palm scanner thing. It's not. You can get the palm scanner. There's going to be a time when you're going to have to get the palm. I'll get the palm scanner. It's no big deal. There's a palm scan. They do that at Whole Foods. This is not for me. It's here, folks. And no, it's not here. When the chip comes, then it's here. Stay strong. Stay strong. Don't ever comply. I seen this device at the WF's 2 years ago, and Whole Foods, right? And was confused how to pay at the checkout. Another customer checked out beside me using the palm print. People think it's cool, but are not aware that this decision will lead to other decisions. The government and companies do things slowly to have us comply. Dangerous. The Forerunner guy speaking regarding the Bible is 100% correct. I think that's Forerunner 7 or whatever. Thanks for sharing, and people wake up now. As for me and my house, I depend on Yeshua. That's a popular way of saying the Lord's name, which is not correct. But I think I'll keep my eyes on the Lord, the Lord. The Bible tells us to expect certain persecutions. Okay, it's for Israelites, the elect of Israel. The test is going to be for the elect of Israel. This test will determine whether you want to the elect. Some of us will die. Revelation 20, verse 4. Most of the world already took the image of jealousy since 2020. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I will not, under any circumstances, participate in this. Everyone needs to resist it. Well, some are going to take it. Your sister might take it, so you got to forget it. Thank you, Sister Tommy, in Christ, for keep preaching the gospel in Jesus' name. Amen. I love you, sister girl. I love you, sister girl. Okay, we got this going. We are the top. I knew he was going to make a video of that. We are the top teachers on the planet Earth. Let me see. We won't be here. Jesus is coming for us. Okay. Well, then you don't got. Who's gonna? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. We won't have to take the chip. That means everybody else is going to take the chip. There's going to be people that's going to resist the chip. You got that rapture thing in your head. You don't understand. Daniel chapter 9 took the whole book from the first to the 27th verse. That all took place. That took place. The last part of that took place like 2,000 years ago. That already took place. The rapture is coming in pursuant to Daniel chapter 9. No, Daniel chapter 9 took place already. Yes, I saw this at Whole Foods. I saw it about a year ago. I usually don't stop there. So when I saw it, I was shocked. I knew it was to condition people for the mark of the beast. Why can't she get it or he get it? But these two major Hebrew Israelite camps, American Israelite camps, because IUIC are not Hebrew Israelites, they're American Israelites. Yeah, I'm a New York Israelite. Like a New York Rican, I'm a New York Rican, I'm a New York Israelite. If we refuse in mass, they may re-strategize another. People are not, it's going to be an individual choice. AI is demonic. They have evil spirits. That is how they transcend humanity. Humanity. No Whole Foods here. I don't tap, pay, nor do digital payment. You can. You can. Let me say something. You can tap, pay. I want to get some responses from these people. You can tap, pay for now. That's not the MOTB. Let me go to the emoji. There we go. You can tap pay for now. That's not the MOTB yet. Thanks, Tommy. Love y'all. Appreciate the seal of God is in it. Heart your thoughts of Jesus. Okay, here's my thing again. Thanks, Tommy. Yes, that is it in Whole Foods in Indiana. I don't even go to Whole Foods, man. I go to other markets that are cheaper. I don't trust Whole Foods. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of GMO foods. Most of the foods there are not healthy, especially the 360 brand. Most of that stuff is made in China, if I'm not mistaken. It's not even organic. Now, if you go to Whole Foods, there's certain companies that Whole Foods carry, you can get them. You do the research. You go on the web. I'll go to BJ's and get something that I think is healthy, some candy, protein bar or whatever. And I'll start right there and I'll go right on my smartphone and I'll look up the information. I'll put the brand name and it'll give me the information. I'm an educated consumer. Whole Foods just got rid of this. Well, I gotta see, because they are gonna bring it back. The purge is coming, Tommy. Nope, I will never comply. Yeah, well, if you miss a couple of meals, we'll see. If they get ready to evict you out of your house, you homeless, we'll see. You can get back in the system, you got to take the chip. Our storing food isn't going to help. God will feed us. That's what we feed us in manner. We will. No, he never said that. He never said that. TV also don't have the mark, manna. You're looking up in the sky for manna. I mean, the Most High can feed us that way too. Doesn't go into detail. It's about worship. Okay, here this person. It's about worship, and the hands mean working. And Sunday is the mark of the beast. No, it's not. No, it's not. You are wrong. I want that person to come back. King James Bible, Revelation 13, 16 to 18 details the mark of the beast, requiring a mark on the right hand by a cell with the number Babylon the Great. Let me do this. Do you know that Babylon the Great is the U.S. Read Revelation 18. In a few words, the U.S. will be completely destroyed. Okay. Okay, setting up for the Antichrist. There's no such thing as an Antichrist. For there are many Antichrists. JOHN. Sorry, 1 John. 1 John 4. One. Okay, let me see. Let me see here. They already have the other one because they knew folks would refuse. Read Daniel chapter 3, chapter 7, Revelation 13, 21, Matthew's chapter 24. No, Matthew's chapter 24 has nothing to do with the chip. Neither does Daniel 3, 3rd chapter to the 7th chapter. For no one will be able to buy or sell unless they have the mark. They will come back to it. Even Christians give in to the mark. Even Christians will give in to the mark. Look at this. Australia is about to pass anti-Christian legislation which would criminalize Christianity. Now, what happened to the IUIC? They had IUIC in France. They're totally out of France. So what if there's 1,000 elect in France? You can never get to them. Because you ain't got no business being out there any fucking way. The focus is here in America. I was at Whole Foods yesterday, didn't use this palm scanners, which is not the mark of the beast. It's a precursor to the mark of the beast, the chip. I barely recognized they were available. People know something is unusual with this technology. No, it's not. It's just a palm scanner. That's all it is. It's no big deal. People get that confused. The palm scanner at the Whole Foods is the mark of the beast. No, you got to get a chip put in you. I have a cow pasture. I can walk to and turkey. What is it? I can walk to and turkey and deer in the back field plus my garden. They can stick that chip. Well, what are you gonna do when they tell you got to get a chip? When you buy supplies, there's a company called Tractor Supplies or whatever. You need the chip to get supplies. You need fertilizer or whatever for your you got to get the chip. You got to deal with the system. Unless you live totally off the land. And ICE is gonna come and get you anyway. You know what's going to happen. People that have that mark might start charging people to buy groceries, etc., to make money. Well, they're gonna stop that. They're gonna, trust me, they're gonna make sure you chipped up. Gonna chip you up right. The Antichrist will declare himself as God. Revelation chapter 1. They don't understand this. They really don't understand. They don't understand that the Lord is only dealing with the elect are the Israelites. They don't really have the whole story. Amazon is connected. Well, Amazon owns Whole Foods. Who shop with them? You order from Amazon. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Erica Kirk. She goes both ways. She's hotel motel. Here it is right here. These people are a bunch of devils, man. The beast is a system. Okay, so now I'm sorry. I had to go through these. People are curious about this topic. We're the experts on it, man. You see what it says here? Let me bring this back up. Okay, it says we are the top teachers on the planet Earth when it comes to these scriptures. You got to come to GMS. You're not going to get the full story with the IUIC. You're not going to get the full story with the ISUPK. You get most of the story. You're not going to get 100% truth. So let's go ahead and play this. Yeah, let's go ahead and play this. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Come on in. As you enter, please hit that like button. So I have a news story for you today. And this particular grocery store is doing away with something that they've had in about 500 of their stores. Now, if you ask me, this is a demonic thing that they were doing. And a lot of people were in uproar about it, and now all of a sudden they're taking it away. So
they're probably taking it away to upgrade it. They're probably going chip. We're going to see. Eventually, they're going to have chipping stations. That thing that they have, that pay with your palm, that's not the chip. That's not the fulfillment of Revelation 13, 16, and 17.
Reference to Revelation 13, go down to 17.
And she got no business teaching. She ain't a teacher. She a woman.
Where it says, and that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so then go over to Revelation 14 down to 9. Then another angel, a third one, followed them, saying with a loud voice, whoever worships the beast and his image and receives the mark on his forehead or on his hand, he too will drink the wine. Do not, and I guess I shouldn't say it like that. You should not take it.
There we go with some commercials.
Looking for the best nutritional supplements science can offer? Look no further than lifeextension.com.
Anything that they offer you, because that day is coming really soon And it's already here for a lot of people because a lot of companies are having their employees do this now, where they're having to put that in their right hand. Some have it in their pupil. Maybe it'll be your forehead. But it says right here in this book that you should not be doing that. You will not be raptured with God. So let's go over to the store that was doing this. And I'm going to show you video of it. And I'm going to show you some clips of how they're trying to make everything seem so appealing. I told y'all before, they're going to use actors, they're going to use content creators, they're going to use a lot of people to push forward their agenda and make it look easy, simple, quick, convenient, all those good things. So I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to show you a trailer for a documentary. Again, I need your help in getting this video out to more people, because more people are going to fall for the signs that will be soon to come, okay? And it's every Whole Foods in the U.S. is ripping out its biometric payment method that allows people to pay with their palms after it was shunned by customers. So by June 3rd, the more, now this is going to, what's this, February? So they're still doing it. By June 3rd, the more than 500 Whole Food grocery stores across the country, all of which are owned by Amazon, will remove palm scanners from their checkout lines. The payment method, dubbed Amazon One Biometric Authentication, allowed customers to link their Amazon accounts to their palm print. They could then use their hands to pay for groceries or access other services offered by that company. So they're saying the reason that they're nixing it, getting rid of it, is not because of anything other than people were upset about it. Now, the people that were upset about it, they weren't upset about it because of the Bible or anything that had to do with the Bible. They were upset about it because they said they're not giving Big Brother their biometrics. Before we get to the videos, I just saw something that said, shoppers said that the system seemed redundant as people always carry their phones and digital wallets that allow for tap payments are already widely used. This is how they get us. Convenience gets us every single time. This is what the system looks like in the Whole Foods. Let me know if you've seen it. If you shop Whole Foods, we don't have one here in this part of North Carolina, so I don't know.
I'm about to pay for my groceries for the night. That's the coolest thing ever. Trying to scan your hand to pay. Just put it right there, right?
Yep, a little higher.
Oh my god, what is that? Put it in the cart. Put it in the cart. I don't even remember what I came here for. Well, this section looks a little different than it did yesterday. And look at this. Look at this. My anxiety really just melts away. Definitely need that. Oh my god, I need that. I need it. Definitely need that. I don't even know what this is. But it's cute. I'll take it.
I told you guys China is living in the future. Right now, I'm gonna buy some M&Ms and I'm gonna pay for it using my hands. M&Ms.
刷一下会员微信会员100倍膨胀红包。会员支付中。刷上。
Yeah, they'll use China, part of China, as a model. Maybe Hong Kong, I don't know. But that's not the mark of the beast. You can get a palm print scanner and scan with your palms. Eye retina, fingerprint, digital fingerprint, digital palm print. But once you put that chip in you, That's the mark of the beast. So what he just did, let me bring it back. Bring it back again. That's not the mark of the beast, so you can get that. You can get if the only thing you have left is a palm print scanner, whatever, you can get it. That's not the mark of the beast. So you got a lot of people, oh, that's the mark of the beast. That's definitely the mark of the beast. No, when you get the chip in you, that's when you violate Revelation 13, verse 16. You got it here from GMS, the top teachers on the planet Earth.
会员支付中，刷奖支付成功，入围8.0亿元。
All right. I got some
Amazon has just rolled out their pay with your palm technology. So all you have to do is go to a kiosk, put in some information, scan the palm of your hand, and you can start buying everything with the palm of your hand. And people think this must be the...
This is Forerunner 777 or whatever. But he bugged out. He don't know. He been around for years, but he don't know.
The mark of the beast, because Revelation 13 and verse...
I mean, he's right on what he's saying. Well, let me listen to the rest of it, because if he's saying it's a palm print, he doesn't understand.
16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, so that no man might buy nor sell, save he that had the mark of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number.
That's not a palm print. The chip is when you fulfill, that's when Revelation 13:16 is fulfilled. How many times do I got to keep saying this?
Number of his name. But according to Revelation 14 and verse 9, which says, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his...
And how do you worship the beast? Do you bow down to something? Do you kiss the picture of Caesar Borgia, as Bishop Nate says, stupidly says, by the way? No, the worship is when you do something. You know, you might take an oath, but in this case, if you take the chip, that means you worship, you consider what you were getting involved in, and you're going to worship this system. In order for you can join the military. You can be a KKK member and join the military to kill Jake. That's part of your. You go out to war, you killing Jake and all that. I'm trying to give you a good example. You got Edomites that are KKK members that become cops and say, oh, no, I'm not a racist, so they can beat the shit out of and kill Jake. So they make an oath, oh, I'm not racist. Just because you say you're not racist doesn't mean you're not racist, you know? There's people that swear I have no problem with any race and got nothing but problems with other races. So the same thing with the word. You can fake worship somebody. You can say I worship you, but the worshiping part comes when you actually take the chip. Like if you say you're gonna try to get slick and say I took the chip, but I don't worship nobody. Well, guess what? You're still gonna be destroyed. That's what I was trying to get at. So I don't know the deal. You zombies. You zombies in ISUPK and IUIC, y'all better wake up. If you one of the elect, you're gonna wake up. If Captain Zariak is one of the elect, he will defy General Yohana. Trust me. It provided that he's one of the elect. And I'm not saying I can't say he's not. I can't look at anybody and see whether they elect or not. You know, once you talk to him and get with him, you get an idea. Many are called, few are chosen. How many times I got to quote that?
His mark in their forehead or in their hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God. You see.
Now, he couldn't tell you what the wine of the wrath of God is. He might, well, that's talking about eternal hell. The lake of fire is eternal hell. Well, how can you cast hell in the hell? How can you cast hell in the lake of fire?
You must first worship the beast to receive the mark of the beast. And worship is not something that is given through a financial system. Worship is something that we give through making a conscientious decision. And in this case, a conscientious decision to worship a power that is against God and is seeking to usurp the authority of God. Now, they will be using this financial system and other things to try to strong arm us into false worship. But if God be for us, who can be against us? In Romans 13 and verse 11, the Bible tells us, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we first believed.
I mean by that, I got everything that I needed. I got Silicon Valley. I am not going to pay with my credit card. I am going to pay with my palm. The thing is, there's this new technology that lets you connect your credit card and your ID to your palm so that you don't have to carry any credit cards with you anymore. You don't even have to have your phone with you. This is my total. This is my palm. This is me scanning it. And I would later be able to see my...
Tommy shaking her head. She done took the mark of the beast. No, she did not take the mark of the beast. No, Tommy, stop it. She did not take the mark of the beast.
Purchases in my Amazon account. Do you think it's convenient or just another way to track us?
I wish people will understand that this is just the beginning. This is small potatoes here, okay? The bigger fish that have to be fried is coming, and we gonna be on the fire for that, because they're going to connect.
She's saying we like she's talking to fellow Christians. If a Christian says I'm not gonna take it no matter what, guess what? They're still gonna be destroyed. And I guarantee you, she believes in eternal hell. I guarantee you. I could be wrong. I guarantee you that she believed the lake of fire. The lake of fire is an eternal hell. That when you die, you got to go to Luke 16. The rich man and Lazarus. See, the rich man, he went to the lake of fire. They're all confused. This book, the Bible, is a stumbling block to those that are not part of the elect. This is only the secrets of the scriptures is only open up to the elect through the Comforter.
Connect all of this to a bigger system, meaning your social credit, and they have access to your financial information. So if you step out of line, if you don't follow them, if you don't worship them, you can be locked out of your own money. No money, no buy sell, no place to live. Check out what's happening in China right now.
Let me listen to that again. She's on point.
No money. You can be
no money, no honey.
Step out of line. If you don't follow them, if you don't worship them, you can be locked out of your own money. No money, no buy sell, no place to live. Check out what's happening in China right now.
They got deleted. In China, tens of thousands of young people.
This part, I don't know if it's all of China or this is a certain place in China. It doesn't say in its video, but this video was put up maybe a couple of months ago. Under the credit social system, they were pushed out, so they got it. So I don't know how true this is. I don't know, who put this together. But this is a picture of what may happen to you if you don't accept the actual mark, the actual chip. How many videos have we got to do on this?
People are suddenly homeless, not because of money, but because the system erased them.
Imagine a society where everything you do, everything you say, and everything you buy is controlled.
Now, with the sea ragamuffin, the C thing, the number that the C / the number that comes after 18. When that took place, they made you lock down. I was still going out after the curfew. Still going out there. 8 o'clock is the curfew, I believe. I was out there at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I even saw police waved at them because I did my walk. I said I got to do my walk. That's back when I was doing my walk at night. I mostly do it in the day, but I can do it at night too. But I just lost my train of thought. I hate that. I hate that. Anyway, let me go back to this. They had the lockdown. That's what I'm getting back. I'm back on track. Mental track. You had to be in the house 8 o'clock, and I'm looking out the window. Nobody's out there. They're scared to death. Oh, my goodness. What in the hell is the police doing out there? They're protected. And then you had to wear the mask looking like a damn fool. How in the hell can you monitor that? You know, there was certain parties that were happening where cops raided it because there's too many people. Well, you got your family, you know, and they push that thing. If you don't get the jump shot, you're done. I didn't take it, and a lot of people I know, hundreds of people I know that didn't take it. They good. The ones that did take it, they're in the spiritual realm. But anyway, the lockdown in China was you really got locked down. You stayed in the house all day, and the government will give you government food. And certain days, they will run out of food. There's videos on that. People are banging on the door. Where's my food? Where's my food? They might get the food 2 days later. It's almost like Cuba. Cuba's living rough. Them Cubans, they living rough, man. Some days they'll get some meat. For a week they don't get no meat. They just get vegetables or the rice. They're doing bad since some sanctions that were put on them back in 1960 when Fidel came in.
And evaluated by the authorities. This is what the Chinese Communist Party calls social credit.
By using the mechanism of social credit, we'll be able to establish a blacklist of people and create a system of punishments that will be based on a scientific theory.
Everywhere she goes, Ouyang Haoyu is followed. What she buys, how she behaves, is tracked and scored to show how responsible and trustworthy she is. It's called the social credit system, and in one version now being tested, a person's reputation is scored on a scale of 350 to 950. It's big data meets Big Brother, expanding how the government monitors, understands, and ultimately controls its 1.4 billion citizens.
This is going to apply to everyone, okay? Even your truck drivers.
Breaking news. Biometric security is taking over America's trucking industry. Picture this. Truck doors that won't open without a fingerprint, cargo bays that require a facial scan, and ignition systems that only start for the right driver.
All that's going to be updated with the market of the microchip. You listen to IUIC, you listen to ISUPK, because you're going to have to explain to your people, if they're not totally zombified, they're gonna buck up against what you said. So you better come up with a good lie or admit the truth. You admit the truth, you say that you were wrong, you might be one of the elect. I believe, just in the back of my mind, I believe that Nate is going, he gonna admit, he gonna say, yep, it's just a chip, don't take it. He gonna say it, and his people are gonna follow him. But now if he says, no, it's not the chip, don't listen to GMS, go ahead and take it, I believe that there's a certain percentage of them, maybe 50%, maybe more, maybe less, they're gonna come against him. They're gonna see that this guy's a false prophet, pursuant to Deuteronomy, 18.
Trucking companies are rolling out cutting-edge biometric systems to combat cargo theft, hijacking, and identity fraud.
Right, that's your auto app KO. That's your Hegelian dialectics. That's your pressure from above and pressure from below. That's your problem reaction solution. Oh, too many people are robbing trucks. They're hacking trucks. We got to set up a new system. And then people say, oh, that's a good idea.
Why now? Cargo theft cost the U.S. over $1 billion last year, with thieves targeting high-value shipments like electronics and pharmaceuticals. Traditional keys and passwords are no match for organized crime.
Give me them keys, inside joke.
Enter biometrics, fingerprint readers, iris scanners, and even voice recognition. Critics warn of privacy risks, but industry experts say the benefits far outweigh the concerns. As more fleets adopt these systems, the future of U.S. trucking is looking safer and smarter than ever.
And this is how they will constantly sell this to us. This is for your safety. This is going to make your work a whole lot easier. This is going to protect you, the company, and everybody around you. Now, the people who are creating AI, They're worried, but yet they're still doing it. They're worried for their own children, and should they even be having children right now? Some don't feel like their children are going to even make it to high school.
If this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong. Look.
Your fear of AI is the collapse of humanity.
Well, not the collapse, the abrupt extermination. There's a difference.
So I started making this video because my wife is 6 months pregnant. It is now a terrible time to have a kid.
I mean, let's be honest. I know people who work on AI risk who don't expect their children to make it to high school.
Yeah, what they know is that there's going to be a new kingdom established, and that's going to be ruled by Israel. So you're not going to make it to high school. You're going to make it to slavery. That's what you're going to make it to. Esau knows. Esau watches all our video. They monitor everything. So they're not monitoring us. Like I told you, every camp has agents in it. At least 1 or 2 agents in the camp. We got a couple of agents in our camp. I know exactly who they are too.
How does AI understand pretty much everything?
It's surprisingly straightforward. Intelligence is about recognizing patterns. Patterns. If you have learned those patterns, you can generate new information. AI is moving so fast.
It's being deployed prematurely. There's so much potential for things to go wrong.
Why can't we just stop? All these companies are in a race to get AI that's vastly more intelligent than people within this decade.
China, North Korea, Russia.
Whoever wins is essentially the controller of human.
Actresses to push this to make.
This is the last mistake we'll ever get to make.
He's right. This may be the last mistake we'll ever get to make. And they're going to use actors, actresses to push this. Now, they're going to make it kind of funny, afraid of it. But then by the end, it's like, oh, okay, you could do that. Okay.
I moved your meeting, and your car will be here in 5.
Perfect. Look at this little beauty I found in the garden.
Nice snake, Chris.
Hey, whoa, what is that?
Our new Alexa Plus.
That she's not living here. That is full-on AI. I mean, we're all buddies, then the next minute she's gonna kill us.
Now, Chris, how exactly would I do that?
A million different ways. Maybe I'm taking out the trash.
The door's jammed. Take a closer look while I pull up a tutorial. A little to the left.
You're a widow.
Right.
All right, what about this?
Looks like rain. Closing.
You're crazy.
Your car's here.
I gotta go.
Deceive you in any way.
Oh, here come this big head clown. Here come this fucking clown. Let me bring this back. Here, this complete insider. Let's go ahead.
The day of the Lord has not come yet. Now look at what he says carefully. Let no one deceive you in any way, for the day will not come unless the rebellion comes first. That is the end, and the second coming of Christ will not happen.
That's Paul talking about 70 AD.
Until the tribulation comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, who is the Antichrist.
There's no such thing as one Antichrist. You got it wrong, and Tommy over here got it wrong.
The son of destruction. Now here is the abomination of desolation. This is what he does in the middle of the tribulation.
Let's see how this idiot breaks this thing down.
He comes, he signs the treaty, he says, I will protect Israel. They rebuild the temple. The Jews are doing sacrifices in the temple for the first 3.5 years.
Now he's set up by them. He took a trip to Israel. He's set up by him. His church, he had what's called a Victory Church, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me. I'm pretty sure the church was a Victory Church. He took a trip to Israel with his wife. When he came back, he changed the name of the church to the 20 28:19 church, which is Matthew 28:19, go to all nations, because his gospel is for all nations.
Yes. Now watch. In the middle of the tribulation, this is what he does, verse 4. This is all prophetic. Who opposes, watch, and exalts himself.
This is Paul speaking about. This is Paul speaking about 70 AD and the end times, because they're going to be revealed in this time, which is already in power. I'm merely paraphrasing, which is the Roman Empire. Paul is saying that the wicked one is already in power. That's the Roman Empire. But it goes into the same chapter, our time. So Paul is speaking about two times. No different than Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, no different. It's talking about Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13 is talking about two different points of time. It's talking about 70 AD and it's talking about now. Some verses are exclusively talking about 70 AD, others are talking about right now. Some people get it mixed up. When it says flee into the mountains, that doesn't apply now. When it says woe to him that gives suck in those days, that have infants. No, that's talking about back then, because the Romans was on your ass. If you had children, it's gonna slow you down. Pray that your flight be not in winter, neither on the Sabbath day. What's going to prevent you on the Sabbath day?
Self against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God. And so what the Antichrist will do, at the 3.5-year mark of the tribulation, he will go into the temple, he will stop the sacrifices, watch, he will...
This guy's a complete fucking idiot. So these small hats are going to go into, they're going to build a temple, and it's going to take years to build a temple. And then they're going to start worshiping again. Then this white guy in the Brooks Brothers suit, going to come in and say, no, you got to stop it. You sound just as stupid as Bishop Nate with him trying to break down Revelation 13 and 16. And I'm going to tell you, Bishop Nate, you sound like a fucking idiot. And we listen to you just to laugh.
Set up an idol of himself in the temple, and he will declare himself.
This guy's the biggest idiot out there. But you know what gets people? They speak with their fingers and so forth. They speak with their hands. I'm merely paraphrasing. Somebody can put the actual scripture in. I'm not going to look for it. He's charismatic. These churches that become mega churches, I guarantee you, the main pastor is extremely charismatic.
To be God. Now pay attention. In the book of Revelation, it says the idol that he sets up has the power to talk. Watch. It's going to make sense in a second. It says the idol...
Good dumb motherfuckers, and you sound just as stupid as fucking Nate. The image is talking about a picture of Caesar Borgia. And the image, Captain Yuri. And the image can speak. Then he goes, put up the scripture. Put it up. It'll be a scene from the greatest story ever told, starring Max von Sydow. Max von Sydow played so-called Jesus Christ, and he's talking. See, he's talking. How fucking stupid can you fucking be? And you offended at the fact that I'm cursing? Do not watch my videos, man. If you subscribe, unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn, man.
That he sets up has the ability to speak. That whatever it is he sets up in the temple, although he himself is not physically there, this idol he sets up in the temple will be able to talk. And the scripture says in Revelation, this talking idol will speak blasphemous things against the Most High God.
And these stupid Christians are going to wait for he starts speaking. That's him. That's the Antichrist. If the scripture says in Matthew 24, just to throw out the scripture, if it were possible, they would deceive the very elect. It says in what is that? 2 Timothy 2 verse 15, study to show thyself approved. It says in Acts 17, Paul compared the church of Berea to the church of Thessalonica. He commended the church of the Bereans, because what did they do? They studied to show themselves approved, right? A workman needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So the church of Berea was on a higher level spiritually than the church of Thessalonica, which they were about 50 miles away. So anytime the Apostle Paul made his journeys, if he went to Berea, he went to Thessalonica. If he went to Thessalonica, he went to Berea, because they were close to each other. Now Paul don't have to do that. Whoever Paul is, right? It's not important at this time. But we do our traveling through the script, through the web. So there's no excuse.
What could that be? I believe it can be nothing else except AI technology.
And then these stupid hyenas, if he said it could, I believe it's Barney the Purple Dinosaur. You got a lot of stupid zombies out there.
It can't be nothing else but AI technology of some type of hologram.
Why don't you say what it is? Why are you thinking it could be this and it could be that? Isn't the Lord dealing with you?
You see, the United States.
Then in the back of his church, you got to preach the word.
Paid over $400 billion for the investment of AI technology. God moving all the pieces around the world right now, preparing the whole world.
What is this guy, stomp on a roach?
For the coming of the Son and the rise of the Antichrist, while we play in church and not paying attention that the global headlines are reading right out of the pages of the Word of God. I believe that this talking idol.
Why you say you believe? I don't say I believe it's a microchip. I know it's a microchip. And you might ask, well, how sure are you that this is the microchip? Could you be going wrong? No, I'm not. I'm 1,000,000,000% sure.
Lord, help your people be awakened in this hour. The Revelation said, this talking idol, Revelation says, whatever this is going to be able to talk, and it will declare blasphemous words against God. Watch.
Take the mark of the beast. Take the mark of the beast. Take the mark of the beast, or you will not be able to eat.
And the false prophet in that day would cause the whole world to worship that talking idol, which I believe will be an AI-type hologram, blaspheming God and saying, watch, that the Antichrist is God. And they will cause the...
There's nothing where it speaks about one Antichrist. The scriptures speak about the spirit of Antichrist. The scriptures say there are many Antichrists. So what are you talking about? How do you explain the many Antichrists? There's one guy, he's the Antichrist.
The whole world to worship that hologram. Whatever it's going to be.
So, sorry.
And he's probably saying, I can't believe these people believe this bullshit. I can't believe these people is believing the shit that I'm shoveling.
This was a long video. I hope that it was helpful and useful. Note that they are not getting rid of this. This is coming back bigger than it was. And it's not, they don't care about what people think about using the palm readers or anything biometric.
Palm reader is not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is when you get actual physical chip put in you by what you call a hypodermic needle, which is the word Karax.
They don't care about those things. There's a lot of money in this. So to think that they're going to get rid of this, no. they're just going to make it better, or it's going to come back a little bit different. But it is going to come back. And more businesses are going to have it. More apartment complexes are going to have it. And you saw the trucking company, they're going to have it. They're even talking about adding this to vehicles as well. I mean, you know, you can go up and push numbers in on your vehicle and get in. But what about if they put that biometric on there? And they're going to wrap that all up in your safety. No one will be able to steal your vehicle. No one will be able to do this. No one will be able to do that. But if you don't do right, you won't even be able to drive your vehicle. You won't be able to access your money. You won't be able to have a place to live. You won't be able to enter a grocery store, yet alone buy anything. You won't be able to sell anything in order to get money because they locked you out of your bank.
That's what it is. That's what it is. She understands it, but she doesn't understand the few things. She really believes it's a palm print. That if you take the palm print, you're going to get it. Anyway, let me go ahead and check these. Okay, I'm going to watch this, do a video on it. I'm just going to watch this next. So we're coming. It's going to be found out that GMS had the truth all the time. Let me do this again. I'm sorry. You see with the sister right here, Queen Amadella Shakur show is live. Trump frantic after DOJ busted hidden evidence of credible witness Andrews or Prince Andrews Royal Lodge search. Kushner. Okay, I gotta watch that too, see what's going on. Okay. Anyway, Shalom. On to the next. And we're that close. Once the chip comes, which we've been talking about it to ad nauseum, once it comes, then everything gonna move fast. We'll be out of here inside of months. So you got to pass that test. Shalom, on to the next.